Hey, Warriors. I recently listened to a scientist, Alex Gomez Marin. I think I said that right. Um, and he said something that stopped me pretty damn quick. He said maybe we're in a war on consciousness. Now, I know we all kind of think that or feel that way anyways in certain regards, okay? But before you run away thinking I'm just a conspiracy theorist, that's not what I mean, okay? And I don't think that's what he necessarily meant either. Um he wasn't talking about tanks and bombs, or battlefields, whatever. He was talking about something much more subtle. Well, I guess opposed to that, the battle for, how human beings, I guess, understand themselves is how I kind of took it, you know? Um, and really, what if the most important, we're always asking what is humanity capable of? But maybe a better question is, what do humans believe they are? I mean, really, because depending on how you answer that question, a lot a lot can change, you know? Are you a machine, a biological computer, a collection of chemical reactions? I, or is consciousness something deeper than all of that? We know, something science still doesn't fully understand. And that's where I really think that things get interesting, because despite all of our advances, science still can't explain why conscious experience exists at all. Which I know I'm kind of a broken record on this, but it's true. Why is there an observer? Why is there awareness? Why there is a you having an experience? And yet many speak as if the mystery has already been solved. But it hasn't. Not even close. And according to Gomez Marin, one danger is that we become so obsessed with technology that we forget what makes us human. Not intelligence, not information, not computation. Consciousness, presence, meaning, experience. Because if human beings, I guess, begin seeing themselves as nothing more than programmable biological machines, something important is going to get lost. you know, Not scientifically, but existentially. Think about, think about, I think that's the real question or conversation, I mean. Because, you know, what, I'm not saying whether there's some, we already know there is some shadowy enemy, okay? But that's not what I'm talking about right here, okay? I'm talking about whether modern humanity is becoming disconnected from meaning, awareness, presence, self-reflection, that mystery of being alive. Because every day we're told what to think, what to fear, what to click, what to buy, what to identify with. So maybe the real battlefield isn't out there, Maybe it's in us. Don't look at my nails. I started doing them and then I stopped. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's whether we remain conscious participants in our own lives, or do we become passive consumers of, whatever reality is handing us. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it war. or a war, but I do think something important is happening there, you know? Humanity is being forced to answer a question. What does it actually mean to be conscious? And how we answer that question may shape the future more, than any technology ever could, while everybody's out here freaking out about AI, which that's a whole nother video in itself. But I love you.